Afternoon and welcome to News Track, coming to you live from our Rayfield studio. My name is Modesty Nianglong. Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to sustainable development, peace, security, and economic growth. Mutfwang stated this during a statewide broadcast commemorating 3 years of the time is now in administration. Our correspondent has details.
During the statewide broadcast, Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang said despite prevailing economic and security challenges, his administration remains focused on delivering a purposeful leadership and improving the welfare of Plateau citizens.
As part of our collaborative efforts with security agencies, we have revitalized Operation Rainbow, recruited and trained over 2,000 community volunteers to enhance intelligence gathering and community-based security operation. We're in the process of re-establishing the Plateau State Security Trust Fund to mobilize support and resources for improved security coordination and intervention.
He disclosed that several road construction and rehabilitation projects, healthcare intervention, as well as education development initiative have been completed, with others still ongoing across the state.
Education remains at the heart of our human capital development agenda because it prepares minds for the future. We reduced tuition fees by 50% for Plateau State indigents in state-owned tertiary institutions and increased scholarship funding by 300%. Under the Mutfwang Legacy Scholarship Scheme, 200 students are currently studying in India, while others are in the United States of America and other countries.
Mutfwang emphasized his administration's continued commitment to restoring peace and strengthening security through collaboration with traditional institutions, security agencies, and community stakeholders, while expressing appreciation to citizens of Plateau State for their support and cooperation. The governor called on them to continue to support government's efforts towards building a united, peaceful, and prosperous Plateau State. In Jos, Bridget Rootshak.
Speaker, Plateau State House of Assembly Nanlong Daniel has congratulated Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang on the historic and remarkable milestone of his 3 years in office. The Speaker described Governor Mutfwang's 3 years in leadership as a defining period in the democratic journey of the state, marked by purposeful governance, courageous leadership, strategic reforms, and an unwavering commitment to rebuilding confidence in governance while restoring hope to the people. Nanlong Daniel noted that Governor Mutfwang assumed office at a critical moment in the history of the state, confronting enormous socio-economic, developmental, and security challenges with uncommon courage, political maturity, resilience, and a clear vision anchored on peace, inclusiveness, accountability, and sustainable development. He commended the governor for demonstrating exceptional dedication towards strengthening democratic institutions, promoting unity across ethnic, religious, and political lines, advancing infrastructural renewal, revitalizing key sectors of the economy, deepening investment in agriculture, education, healthcare, youth, and women empowerment, and initiating people-centered policies aimed at improving the quality of life of Plateau citizens. The Speaker further applauded Governor Mutfwang's steadfast pursuit of peace, reconciliation, and social harmony, acknowledging his consistent efforts towards fostering mutual understanding, rebuilding fractured relationships, and promoting an atmosphere where development, coexistence, and shared prosperity can flourish. As Nigeria marks another milestone in its democratic journey, good governance remains a major concern for many citizens who continue to assess the impact of policies and programs introduced by the present administration. Our correspondent went round town and sampled opinions of some residents of Jos, the Plateau State capital, on the policies and programs of the state and federal government under the current dispensation. The reports.
Reaction have continued to trail the administrations of Governor Caleb Mutfwang and President Bola Tinubu as citizens express their impressions over their style of governance. Some residents, Ajiji Yohana, Pauline Moltok, Ayuba John, Puki Olabode, Indaji Muhammad, and Michael Johnson share their impressions on the present administration.
The regime of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, we really appreciating his effort. He's doing well. to Nigeria people. You know, he cannot solve the whole problem for Nigeria. So also my Governor Barrister Caleb Mutfwang, he's doing the best. I'm not condemning the previous one, but it's his time now. I'm talking particularly for the time that he's doing his work. We benefit so many things from him, even in the rural area. So we want him to continue doing the best against his second tenure.
I am not seeing a lot of good things happening at all. It's not encouraging, even to the people coming. Like, look at the school children that we're taking. How do we now tell children to go to school without them waking up with the fear that they might be taken? Do you understand? So these things are eating deep into the society and into people individually. It's creating fear in the youths and everybody. So I hope and pray that they, listen to our cry and, do something for us.
The administration is full of misunderstanding, actually. There are positives and there are negative side of the administration. The more they do good, the more people doesn't see it. Where is the problem? Is it because sensitization is less, or is it because what the masses actually need, is not there?
Mutfwang, I appreciate his efforts. I could actually see his impact in the city of Plateau State, and I must commend him, and I wish him well for his second tenure. Yeah, then for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I know it can be rough, but he should just do better. I know.
Well, we thank God for life, first of all, and then we thank God for being Nigerians. Though we're not really happy with certain things that are happening, but we thank God that we have leaders that we go back and have a rethink.
To thank the governor for his ability, at the same time the good work he's doing, especially in some of the rural area.
Despite the different opinions, residents expressed hope that both administrations will continue to implement policies and programs capable of improving the living conditions of Nigerians and strengthen democratic institutions. I am Maren James.
Special Advisor to Governor Caleb Mutfwang on Worker Welfare and Corporate Affairs, Titus Alams, has congratulated Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang for piloting the affairs of the state for 3 years. The former Speaker of the State Assembly, who represented Bokos constituency in the 7th Assembly, said Governor Mutfwang has guided the state for the past 3 years with uncommon dedication and commitment. Alams further praised the leadership qualities of the governor, which he said has made remarkable infrastructural and human development in the state. The special advisor also described the governor as a worker-friendly leader who looks at the welfare of workers with payment of outstanding entitlements to serving and retired civil servants. The former legislator prayed for more divine guidance to the governor as he continues to guide Plateau to greater heights. Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has congratulated Reverend Associate Professor Benjamin Pokol and Reverend Dimfa Mamshal on their elections as Vice President and General Secretary, respectively, of the Church of Christ in Nations. In a heartfelt congratulatory message, Governor Mutfwang joined members of Kokin, the Christian community, and well-wishers across the country in celebrating the emergence of the two clergy into key leadership positions within the church. He described their elections as well-deserved and reflective of their years of faithful service, exemplary leadership, integrity, and unwavering commitment to the work of God and the advancement at large. The governor prayed that God Almighty would grant the newly elected Vice President and General Secretary divine wisdom, grace, strength, and good health as they undertake the responsibility of their new offices in service to God and humanity. Tolerance and respect for culture and religion have been identified as essential values for peaceful coexistence. This was the crux of a roundtable discussion on a peaceful plateau held at YMCA Hall Lamingo, Jos. Our correspondent reports that students from St. Brendan Secondary School, Teresa Memorial College, and Government Secondary School Giri Abattoir participated in the discussion. The reports.
Celebrate Plateau State and tell its story through the eyes of teenagers. The Growth of Hope Foundation brought together students from St. Brendan College, Kwampan, Porter Memorial College, Kuala, Teresa Memorial College, Dimak, Government Secondary School, Girin, Abattoir, Home of Dance Group, and Divine Theatre Group. The events featured peace advocacy, roundtable discussions, cultural dances, and drama competition under the theme Preserve, Protect, and Project Plateau. In a stage performance, students from various schools showcased the beauty of Plateau State while advocating peaceful coexistence across the state.
We deserve to rule this land. Ichika, you lie. We are the central zone. We are Mangu, Pashin, Kake, Kano, Bokos. We provide the famous Plateau potato and almighty tomato sauce. So we deserve the proceed of
What are you saying? We are the northern zone. We consist of Banking Ladi, Bassa, Riyom, and even just the state capital. We produce the fruit and vegetables you all eat. We have prominent sons and daughters like Aidi Gian, Josephine Pio, and even the famous Babajan. So we deserve the key position of this land.
The event featured a dance competition involving Divine Theatre Group, Teresa Memorial College, Dimak, and Home of Dance Group. Speaking on the essence of the event, the convener, Joseph Tongnan, explained that the event is to ensure that the younger generation restores the peace once enjoyed in Plateau State.
We celebrate Plateau at 50, and also we celebrate the lives and our journey as Plateau people, our history, our heritage, our culture, above all peace. So we try to mentor young people through the competition where they will do cultural dance and peace advocacy drama as a way of speaking to the world and also celebrating Plateau. And also
certificates and awards were presented to organizations and schools whose efforts and performance stood out. In Jos, Deborah John.
The maiden edition of Plateau State Science, Technology and Innovation Festival will change the face of Plateau and position it as a hub for sustainable development in Nigeria and beyond. Commissioner of Science, Technology and Innovation Cletus Shurkuk stated this while briefing newsmen on the forthcoming festival. Our correspondent was at the NUJ Conference Hall, Jos, venue of the event.
Briefing newsmen on the forthcoming Plateau State Science, Technology and Innovation Festival, scheduled to hold from the 1st to the 3rd of June 2026. Commissioner of Science, Technology and Innovation Cletus Shurkuk said the festival is designed to showcase the state's creativity and connect innovators with investors. Shurkuk further explained that the state is ready to take its rightful place as the digital technology hub of innovation, entrepreneurship and technological advancement in Nigeria.
Hosting this festival, Plateau sent a strong message. We are open for business. We are ready for investment, and we are committed to building a future where innovation drives prosperity. Our vision is clear: to make Plateau a leading hub of innovation, where technology drives development, startups, and you generate jobs rather than seeing them.
The commissioner, who spoke on the theme of the festival, Reimagine Plateau, Driving Innovation and Technology for a Smarter and Sustainable Future, explained that it is a call which challenged the state to think differently in terms of innovation. Shurkuk further stated that the theme aligns with the governor's mantra of the time is now.
The time is now to change the narrative of Plateau State and to empower our people through innovation. The time is now to move from dependency to creativity, from consumption to production, and from challenges to opportunities. The festival will focus on how innovation in science and technology can be harnessed.
The festival will witness the presence of the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Kingsley Tochukwu, and will feature exhibitions, panel discussions, keynote address, among other activities lined up. In Jos, Rodkan, Nanfa.
And now to the foreign scene. U.S. President Donald Trump held a meeting with top aides on Friday to make a final determination about a framework for extending the ceasefire with Iran, but it concluded without clarity on the next steps. Posting on Truth Social beforehand, Trump said Iran must agree to never have a nuclear weapon or bomb, that the Strait of Hormuz be reopened for unrestricted shipping traffic in both directions, and that many mines in the strait be terminated. An advisor to Iran's supreme leader on Saturday accused Trump of betraying democracy by making what he described as excessive demands. Iran says it is not negotiating on its nuclear program, insisting it is wholly for peaceful purpose. On Thursday, the two countries had agreed a framework of a deal known as Memorandum of Understanding, pending the approval of Trump and Iran's leadership, according to U.S. officials. The deal would reportedly extend the ceasefire for 60 days and launch talks on the future of Iran's nuclear program. Since the ceasefire came into effect on April 8, Trump has repeatedly suggested the U.S. and Iran are close to a deal and negotiations are progressing, but so far there has been no substantive results. And that's the size of our package on News Track. Stay tuned for global news at 6:30 p.m. A news update at 10 p.m. Good afternoon.